Hey, what's cracking? I hope this video finds you in high spirits today. I hope you chose to start this day picking up your blessings. And if you didn't, you could do that right now. I want to give a shout out to Angie and Wayne Lackey. That last video wasn't up an hour. I mentioned that I was running back and forth to my mom's making these videos with their iPhone, and they called me over there and gave me a brand new iPhone. So now I don't really have an excuse not to make these videos, except for the fact I told you guys they're kind of hard on me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I spent all day yesterday in the emergency room throwing up. So I had a pretty rough night of it. But I'm going to tell you, I also believe that God doesn't lead you to it, that He doesn't lead you through it. And so I'm going to continue on these videos until my story's told. Because in my heart, I believe it might save at least one person. So I want to give them thanks for that. I appreciate that, guys. I really do. I want to ask you guys to like, share, and subscribe. Sharing it on your Facebook, your Instagram, and your Twitter will really help me get it out there. And subscribe and like on the YouTube is the best way you can help me there. It also helps if you make a comment. So if you guys would, at the end of this video, like for everyone to comment on one thing that they're thankful for, one blessing in their life. I have so many that I'm just going to name my family as mine. So if you guys would, just drop one thing in there, a blessing that you have in your life. And try to think about those things through the day, the blessings that you have, and not so much about what you don't. And I want to get straight into the things that happened to me while I was at Lexington. I mentioned about Pat, my first cellie, and my packages. Well, Pat was a real good guy. He'd been locked up a long time. He used to be an enforcer in the Brotherhood. He was locked up probably 20 years when I met him, and I don't think he'll ever get out. He's doing a life sentence. So he did like the ones that were considered girls, the ones that wore makeup and stuff. Those are considered girls. The ones that still have mustaches and stuff, they're called boys. But he liked the ones that tried to dress up and make up and stuff. But he never tried to force that on me. He was never one to push it on anybody. And out of all the white guys there, he's really the one that kind of tried to help me out best as he could. And I chose not to be racist because I did have more trouble with the blacks than any other race over the sex thing, but I also had it with every other race. And no one pulled me up and tried to help me at the beginning. Nobody. So if you're not going to try to help me, you're not going to help me through or anything. But then when you see I have some money and I go to visit and stuff, then you want to start helping me and tell me who not to talk to, then that doesn't cut the cake with Rick. So I go where I want to go and do what I want to do. That's what I always say. I'm be friends with who I want to be friends with. That caused me a lot of problems too. So I went down to the schoolhouse. You have to do that first, and I aced the tape test. So kudos to McLeod Public School, man. I was only in 9th grade, and I aced the pre-GED, and on the GED, you have to have an average of 45 and out of 63. So I got my GED right off the bat, and I ended up being a tutor. I went to work in the kitchen. First got there, most of the time I spent was in the kitchen at work or on the basketball court. When I first went to the basketball court, nobody had picked me. I was the only white guy out there trying to get in the game. Nobody gave me a contract. I asked me, hey, you got all your guys? Yeah, I got them all. Man, I didn't have them all, picking out the losers and stuff. So I had to get last, and wait on 5 or 6 games. Finally, I had to play. But at the end of the first, second day after that, they always give me a contract. Asked me if I want to play as soon as I come in the gym. So I played a lot of basketball and got a lot of fights over basketball. But I went to work in the kitchen. Now I'm fixing to tell you a story that is as perverted as it gets. It's plumb nasty. So if you've got a little one in the room, you might ought to send them out right here. As far as ones at 15, 16, 17, if you can't handle hearing it, you damn sure can't handle going through it. So this was made for you, because this is what you're going to face. You think you can't get along with your parents and what they want you to do? If you're a little older, you think you can't get along with your boss? How do you think you're going to get along with these guys in here that are trying to take everything you got, trying to have sex with you, guards telling you what to do? And you have to follow the rules. You don't decide, oh, if I don't follow the rules, I'll lose my phone or my PlayStation or I get grounded. No, none of that. Let's lock you down and sell the Bible and your boxers for about a month or two and see how you feel about it. So if you think you've got it rough now, you don't have a clue, man. You have a lot to hold on to. So I would tell you to duck your head, pull your boots up, do what you're asked to do, and just get through it till you're grown. Or once you're grown, you still got to follow the rules all your life. All your life, you got to follow someone's rules. Even when you're retired, you got to follow God's rules. So you might as well get used to that now. And if you just go along, you'll get along a lot easier. So don't ever let somebody make it harder for you. It's because you're upset with your mom or your dad or your boss or whatever, someone at school, one of the teachers. And just do what you're asked and get through it, man. You're not even going to remember this later. Don't let your emotions right now run the rest of your life. Don't do it, man. Don't think about killing yourself and things like that. But as long as you're alive, you got a chance, man. That's what kept me going for all those years. Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah, it was bad. But as long as I was alive, I have a chance to make it better. So I don't give up. There ain't no give up in me. So I went to work in the kitchen after I got my GED. And here comes a nasty story, man. If you got a little one in the room, for real, send them out. I'm going to wave whenever this little part of the story's over. So I'm working in the kitchen, and what you do is you serve the guys as they come through to get their trays. You serve them on the line, and when that's done, you clean the line up, and then you'll mop and sweep the kitchen where everyone eats. And when that's done, if you work in the kitchen, you can go back to the back, and anything that's out, you cook you something to eat out of it. If it's not in the freezer, if it's already out and was served on the meal, you can put it together however you want, make you something to eat. And there's this old black man, about 60 years old, and he real good cook, man. Been in a long time, wasn't never getting out. Didn't that gay or anything. Just act like a regular old dude. And he was always making me sandwiches. We played dominoes while we wait and work. Then one day out of nowhere, he tells me, hey, I need some of your youth. What? I need some of your youth. I said, man, you got me twisted, man. Oh, you don't even know what your youth is, because I'm ready to fight. You don't even know what your youth is. Well, what is it? I said, your youth is in your nutsack. He said, man, no, man, I'm not like that, man. Look, man, do you get high? If you get high, I'll let you get high first. And I'm going to give you a carton of Bugler. Back then, that was about $15. So I'll tell you what, if you ain't comfortable with me doing it, so you can just crack the door, and I'll sit in there, and you can play with yourself. And when you're ready, just tap on the door, and I'll run and catch it, and I'll get you high and give you that 15. Freaks, right? Nasty, man. Nasty. Of course, the answer was no. Of course, I quit hanging out with that guy, playing dominoes or anything. Got me a different job, different part of the kitchen. So onward I go, and I'm playing a lot of basketball and stuff. And I got in several fights in corners. I told you about that. But there was just one guy in particular. His name was Big Youngster. And he wasn't even 30 years old yet, about 30. And they called him Big Youngster. And I was 17. We played a lot of basketball. And we got to being friends on the basketball court. And me and him, we always end up on the same team and stuff. Well, everybody's telling me the guy's gay, but I just don't believe it, man. I've been friends with him for going on a month. I've been going to visit. One thing Pat did do, and the rest of them did do, and they're good about in prison, is this. I had never smoked weed. Didn't even know what it smelled like, especially no hard drugs. Never even smoked a cigarette. And but my grandmother would send me $25 a week, and then my mom was giving me $400 on the first. She never gave me that much money, because it showed I had too much money coming in. And they send me a package. Everybody just, oh, this kid's got money. This kid's got money. Every visit, Friday and Monday are free visits at Lexington. And Saturday or Sunday, you can go one or the other. Like my mom could come Friday, Saturday, Monday, and my grandmother or my girlfriend or whoever could come Sunday. So every visit, I had a visit 4 out of 7 days. And people recognize that, because a lot of people don't get visits. So when someone's getting a visit every visiting day, and they're always drawn down at the canteen, and they think you're cute on top of it, I was a major target. Okay, so what they did is, even the ones that like me, like Pat, when he'd get hungry, he'd take me over here, and introduce me to a guy that runs a store. Loan you a candy bar for 2 candy bars back, 2 for 3 back, 3 for 5, 4 for 6, where he's making extra. Same thing with Pops, Box of Debbie's. Well, shoot, I wasn't knowing nobody. I was going to get my canteen, keeping it all. But before I knew it, they helped me eat my canteen, and then they take me to stores and help me borrow everything I had coming. Then I'd go get the canteen, draw that down, take it all to someone else. So that's what happened. I'd never been high, but they taught me into getting high on some weed. I wanted to fit in with the guys, so I smoked it. And after a few times, started liking it. It's kind of an escape from prison. Give me the munchies, made me feel happy. So this guy, Big Youngster, we go to playing basketball all the time, and now he wants to get high all the time. So I'll go to visit on a Friday night. Usually I'll come back. Me and him would go in a cell, my cell or his cell. We'll put the curtain up and smoke a joint. And I didn't realize that when you're in prison, there's a little window on your door. If you need to use the bathroom or whatever with yourself, and you go in the room, you can come back now. You can go in there, you put your little curtain up. Guard knows if he walks around, you're using the bathroom, he won't look in there. I'll give you a little privacy in the cell. Your cell partner can step out if it's not locked down. But what I didn't realize is that you don't always see yourself the way people see you. And I was going in the cell with this black guy, Big Youngster. Everybody's telling me he's gay. He's my partner, my basketball partner, but we're going in the cell and stuff and putting that curtain up after visits, and people are thinking I'm having sex with him, but I don't know that. So one night, we're in the basketball, we're playing basketball, and somebody told me, he was holding me, and I kept scoring, and someone told me he said he was doing it because we were together or something. And then I went to visit that night. I didn't believe it because I thought we were friends. And then I went to visit that night. It's a Friday night. When I come back from visit, I had on my boots, my jeans, tight clothes, you know. I didn't know no better. And come back in the cell, and he puts the curtain up. I sit down there, get a book out, and I use it to roll the joint on. And he locks the door and puts the curtain up and turns around to me and says, you know what time it is? I said, hell yeah, time to get high. I'm waiting on him to throw me some weed. He said, no, you know what time it is. People have been telling you, man. You must like me. I'm like, man, what are you talking about? And he just hauled off and hit me in my mouth. Told me to get my britches down. So the fight was on, baby. The fight was on. For a good 15 minutes, the fight was on. I couldn't hit hard enough to knock him down, but by God, I could wrestle my ass off. I wrestled with him till he was tired of fighting. Tell you that. He had enough. I had enough. We call it good. You know, after that, he tried to be my friend because I had heart. Yeah, well, he found that out the right way. So by the time we were through, he wasn't thinking about no sex no more. I'll guarantee you that. So, yeah, I'm going to stop it right there. If you guys would, please comment in the comments one thing you are thankful for. And please hit that like and subscribe button. Share it on your other things. It's been about 12 minutes, and I'll get with you in the next one. I get a little too excited, and I don't feel too good today. But God bless you all. Remember to pick up your blessings and change the channel. God protect you and yours. Peace out.